Why did ancient humans drill holes into their own skulls and actually survive? Imagine this: tens of thousands of years ago, with no modern medicine, someone takes a sharp stone and begins to carefully cut into another person's head. It sounds like something from a horror movie, but this was a real-life procedure. It's called trepanation, and it's the world's oldest known form of surgery. The skulls left behind tell a story of incredible risk and astonishing survival. But the biggest question remains unanswered. Was this medicine, madness, or magic? Let's travel back in time. Archaeologists digging across the globe from the frosty plains of Europe to the mountains of Peru, from the heart of Africa to the steppes of Asia, started finding something truly bizarre. Human skulls with perfectly circular holes drilled into them. At first, they thought these were signs of brutal warfare or strange rituals, but then they looked closer and found something that sent shockwaves through the scientific community. The edges of these holes were smooth, rounded, showing clear signs of bone regrowth. This wasn't a fatal blow. This was surgery. People had survived this intense procedure, sometimes for years. Finding this evidence of healing was staggering. It completely changed our understanding of our ancestors' capabilities and raised a crucial question. Why on earth would anyone risk it? What could possibly be worth drilling a hole into your own head? So, how did they do it? Forget stainless steel scalpels and sterile operating rooms. The tools of our ancient surgeons were primitive, but effective. They used razor-sharp flint knives, blades made from obsidian, a type of volcanic glass, and even specially crafted bone scrapers. The process was painstakingly slow and required immense skill. The surgeon would have to carefully scrape or cut away layers of bone, bit by bit, being ever so cautious not to puncture the delicate membrane protecting the brain. Imagine the scene. No anesthesia to dull the excruciating pain. No antibiotics to prevent infection. All they had were steady hands, a deep understanding of human anatomy, and a kind of ancient knowledge that we are still trying to piece together today. It's a testament to the courage of both the patient and the practitioner. So, why did they do it? What was the purpose behind this dangerous practice? Researchers have three main theories. The first is medical. Perhaps they were trying to treat severe head injuries from accidents or battles, relieving pressure that was building up inside the skull. Or maybe it was an attempt to cure conditions like epilepsy or persistent crippling headaches. The second theory dives into the spiritual realm. Many ancient cultures believed that illnesses, especially those affecting the mind, were caused by evil spirits trapped inside the body. Drilling a hole in the skull could have been seen as a way to create an exit, allowing these negative energies or malevolent entities to escape. And then there's the mystical explanation. Some believe trepanation was a ritual to open the mind, a way to enhance consciousness or achieve a higher state of being. Could this have been humanity's first attempt at mental healing, trying to fix the mind by opening the head? The most astonishing part of this whole story is that it often worked. The proof is etched in the bones themselves. Many of the skulls discovered show significant bone regrowth around the edges of the hole. This isn't just a sign that the person survived the initial operation. It's evidence that they lived on, sometimes for many years, fully healed. This level of success suggests a surprisingly advanced, practical knowledge of anatomy. They must have known which areas of the skull to avoid, how to manage bleeding, and possibly even used herbal remedies to prevent infection. They didn't just survive the procedure in many cases. They may have genuinely healed from whatever ailment prompted the surgery in the first place. What's even more fascinating is that trepanation was unconfined to one small corner of the world. It was a global phenomenon. The Incas of Peru, for instance, were masters of the craft, achieving survival rates that rivaled those of 19th century European surgeons. Their techniques were precise and almost surgical in nature. In Neolithic Europe, the practice seems to have had more ritualistic overtones, with skulls found in special burial sites. Meanwhile, some African tribes continued the practice into the 20th century, using it for healing and spiritual cleansing. This raises a mind-bending question. How did so many different civilizations, separated by vast oceans and thousands of years, all independently develop the same radical idea of drilling into the skull? Was it a shared human instinct or something more? The answer might lie in the deep spiritual and cultural meanings attached to the head. For many ancient peoples, the head was the seat of the soul, the center of consciousness. By opening it, they weren't just operating on bone. They were interacting with the spiritual world. Some may have believed the hole allowed spirits to enter or leave the body, acting as a two-way portal. For others, it could have been a gateway to the divine, a physical path to enlightenment, or a way to connect with ancestors. In this light, trepanation might have been seen as the ultimate bridge between the physical and the metaphysical, where science and spirituality weren't separate disciplines, but two sides of the same coin. Believe it or not, this ancient practice has a direct link to modern medicine. Today, neurosurgeons perform a procedure called a craniotomy, which involves removing a piece of the skull to access the brain. They do it to treat tumors, relieve pressure from swelling, or repair aneurysms. Of course, they now use high-tech drills, advanced imaging, and general anesthesia. But at its core, the fundamental idea remains exactly the same. Open a window into the skull to heal the brain. It's humbling to think that the life-saving neurosurgery we have today is built on a foundation laid by our Stone Age ancestors, armed with nothing but stone tools and incredible courage. Even with all our modern science, the complete story of trepanation remains shrouded in mystery. Was it a desperate medical last resort, or a profound spiritual exploration? Were our ancestors pioneering surgeons, daring psychonauts, or a bit of both? The truth is, we may never know for sure. The silence of these ancient skulls keeps their deepest secrets safe, but they leave us with a fascinating thought. Maybe ancient humans understood something about the mind and consciousness that we are only just beginning to rediscover. So, from Stone Age shamans to modern-day surgeons, the human drive to understand and heal the brain has been a constant throughout our history. Trepanation shows us that curiosity, courage, and the will to survive go back thousands and thousands of years. They opened their skulls, but in doing so, maybe they also opened a door to a deeper understanding of the mind itself. What do you think was the real reason for this ancient surgery? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoy exploring the hidden stories of our past, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more.